Just what would the most emotionally enjoyable and feel-good film of the 80s be? This movie is it's a teenage romantic comedy. It I would say it leans a little bit more towards the drama side. I'm not saying this movie isn't funny at all. I'm just, but just a little bit more of a drama than anything. It stars John Cusack, Ione Skye, and John Mahoney. And this wasn't John Cusack's first film, but I would say that it was his breakout film. Yes, he did things like Better Off Dead and 16 Candles, but this was ultimately the film that made John Cusack really, really sought after. And after this, he did things like The Grifters and Grosse Point Blank. But Say Anything remains probably Cusack's best film. I don't think it's Cusack's best performance, simply because when you look at some of the things that he did, like way later on in life, like Love and Mercy, I don't think he's quite like, I don't think him in Say Anything is quite as good as some of those things. But yeah, for a while, Say Anything was Cusack's best film and his best performance. Not quite anymore, but whatever. The movie deals with this underachiever named Lloyd Dobler, who is John Cusack. He's in a band. He likes punk rock. He likes metal music, and he's also getting into kickboxing. This was in 1989. Kickboxing wasn't huge back then, so it was a little bit ahead of its time in terms of the kickboxing craze. And he really likes this girl named Diane Court, who's Ione Skye. And Diane she's like the smartest girl in school. She works super duper hard, and she's super prim and proper. And her and Lloyd date, and they fall in love. Thing is, Diane's father, who's John Mahoney from Frasier, he's not really all that okay with the two of them dating, because they're rich, she's super duper smart, and Lloyd is doesn't really have a whole lot going for him in life. But the thing is, he loves his daughter so dearly. He just wants his daughter to have the best things possible. What's so good about the film is we get to know these characters not only front to back, but Lloyd and Diane seem so original. Yes, at face level, Diane may seem like one of those typical teenagers who just wants to shine at everything. She wants to just really work hard, but it's so much more than just that. Same thing with Lloyd. With Lloyd, yes, he doesn't really have a whole lot going for him in life, but it's so much more than just that. And John Mahoney too, so much more than just a loving father who's trying to provide for his daughter. While all the characters are so well developed, the best thing that this movie has to offer is the love that's poured into everything. This movie is written and directed by Cameron Crowe, and the good thing about Cameron Crowe is he always makes films that's full of love, and that feel good. And Say Anything's really no exception. In fact, Say Anything is one of his best and most shining examples of something that is both feel good and has tons and tons of love poured into it. You can really tell that he put so much effort into making the three leads in the film as great as possible. Yes, all three characters are flawed, but we love them. We love these characters so much, so dearly, that anytime something negative were to happen to them, our heart just breaks. Now, of course, Lloyd and Diana have like there's some ups and downs like any normal couple, but anytime anything down happens, we just feel for it, and that's ultimately why I think Say Anything is such a majestic film. We feel so much for each of these characters, and there's literally no flaws to it at all. This is a completely flawless film. There's a one scene where John Cusack is playing Peter Gabriel. He's standing outside, and he's holding up that boom box, kind of like the picture that you see on your side. That's just a beautiful scene right there. That's just one of the many things I love about Say Anything. Say Anything, it's a contender for the most feel-good film of the 80s, but it's tough to say, really. Either way, I will call Say Anything from 1989 one of the very, very best. I'll give it 4 stars out of 4. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you again next time.